Hi, everybody, and welcome to our Bravo show. If you're watching on YouTube, you can click on all these buttons. John, where are the buttons?
The buttons are right below me, right here.
That's where they are. You can also thumbs up if you're on watching on YouTube. If you're on iTunes, what star rating should they give us on a 1 to 5 level, John?
A 5, of course. And while you're there, give us a nice review, a written review. It really helps us out.
It does. And finally, what should they become if they want to support us financially?
Hashtag you should become a patron. And not only do you help us out and help provide all this wonderful content that you get every day of the week, but you also get access to a special group where you can chat with us and hang with us and all kinds of fun stuff.
See naked pictures of us.
Berry picture.
Berries.
Eric's berries.
Berries, if you will.
Yeah, exactly.
It's yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. Patreon. Look, I know a lot of people are saying it's Patreon now. It's always been Patron. They called it Patron when they came out. I'm never calling it Patreon to say it the way it's spelled. I don't care. It's Patron. You're all patrons. And we introduced some new people to the Patron group this week, John. It was they're loving it.
Awesome.
On Facebook. So yay. And I feel like there's one last thing I'm supposed to say. Oh, duh, ha, I got it. So become a fan since you're here. Click on the head or the thing with the thing, you know, those pictures. And then
the molecule, like the molecule thing.
It changes.
The atom.
That's what they're going to do next. That's spreading the word. It's megaphone, square up arrow, or sideways Pac-Man for China, or now John added molecule. They like to change that symbol every week.
Never seen a vagina up close.
Do it. John and I will pose for you. Tweet it. Share it.
I gotta tweet it too. Wait.
Okay. Oh, look, I'm dingling my bear. Oh, what's this? It's a little elf pee-pee. What's happening? Okay, yes, tweet it out. It was wonderful. Everything was wonderful. Okay, square up arrow before and share the podcast. Awesome. Okay, so now that we have gotten all of those pleasantries out of the way, I just want to say, oh my god, bravo this week. We have a lot of shows coming up this week. We're going to have a ton to talk about next week. Or John and Glam, you're going to have a ton to talk about next week. The Beverly Hills is premiering this week. The new workout series is premiering this week on Bravo. But it's not with Jackie and it's not in LA, which means I don't care.
Okay, especially not with Jackie.
I want the old workout back.
I love the old workouts. I love Jackie. She's like one of those... Were you attracted to her? I want to know, Eric. Somewhat, slightly, a little bit. I found her attractive.
On a 1 to 10 scale, I found her a 0.
There was something about her. She had like the perfect kind of masculine, feminine balance, and it was attractive.
Like Lady Gaga in American Horror Story.
No, not at all.
No. Well, she makes the gays straight, so...
Well, the gays weren't gay to begin with.
True.
But, you know, meth helps you be gay.
Oh, hi, Mara girl. Thanks for arriving from Comedy Jonah's invite.
Oh.
Yeah. I can't believe that when Workout first started is when we first started covering Bravo shows. The original Workout with Jackie.
Yeah, well, it was gone, and then it came back, and I think that's when we did it. But it was even before that.
Is crazy. Crazy. Tess McLean says, can we talk to that guy in the darks? That's funny and honest again? I don't know. We'll let you know if the camera malfunctions.
Oh.
If we got more camera problems.
That was a secret insider person for Vicky Gumbelson. I don't know. See, my voice is high.
We're gonna talk about that, Vicky Gumbelson, too. John, Lori R in the chat room wants to know, what are you drinking though today?
I am drinking an eggnog latte.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So an eggnog coffee?
Yeah, I have an espresso with eggnog in it.
Oh, got you,
It's
got you,
like
got you.
a latte thingy.
I don't drink lattes. I thought just thought them in coffee.
It's an Americano with cream as a latte.
What's an Americano?
Just the coffee that's ground and processed, and then it's
So if I go to McDonald's and I go, can I have an Americano? They're going to know what I mean?
yeah. I don't know about McDonald's. I mean,
Okay, if I
McCafe.
go
I
to
don't know what a McCafe
Starbucks,
is.
if I go to
Yeah.
Starbucks and say I want an Americano,
Yes, it'll be coffee with foam, but no cream. A latte has the cream.
interesting. Yeah, well, we
It's in
all
your gay manual. I did you skip that chapter?
I prefer nicotine over
On
caffeine.
to berries. You went on to berries and
To
not.
berries. Della G says McDonald's has latte and it's not bad. Okay.
I've heard McCafes are pretty good.
We'll have to ask Dana.
Dana
Maximus,
who?
Maximus Mom says Americano is just a strong brewed black coffee.
Yeah.
There we go. It's water and espresso. Okay. All right. You know what it's not, though? Bravo. So back to Bravo.
Well, they all drink Americanos on Bravo, so that's a good lead way into that.
It is.
It is.
So, can we just talk first, John, a little bit of Vanderpump? Because I just want to get it out of the way. Or are we able to? Or
Are we able to? Yeah. I mean, have I seen the episode to be able to talk about it? Yes.
Okay, then go ahead.
Did I want to do the blogs last week? Yes. Are there blogs up that are enough to do it? No. But they have an after show with, again, Judy Goldman, who you don't like and I like.
Mm-hmm.
Famous lesbian comedian lover. Worked with her before in LA. And the after show, it's pretty fun. Anyway, I'm going on and on. So we saw, what's his name? Tom and Tom. Both Toms sit down and try to get into the Vanderpump Sangria business.
Oh, my dear Lord. How is Jack's sweater business, by the way? Chat room, do we have an update on that? Remember when Jax was going in the sweater business? I bet the sangria business will come out just as good.
Well, I love that they were confident enough to go in there, and then Lisa's daughter sat down and goes, listen, we're coming from London and this, and we're expanding it globally. Now, you and I have had the sangria at Pump. It's the same one. I love it.
Oh, you know what? I loved it too. It was delicious, Lisa. That you have really made a great product in that sangria. And you should give us some to give away to people that are 21 and older that watch our shows.
I watch the shows. Do I count?
Sure. You
Yay.
can actually, you can send it to John because he's closer to you and it'll save on shipping.
There you go.
We need a Lisa Vanderpump PR person.
Oh, absolutely. And when I'm in LA next in January, I will follow up with her.
Okay, so we had it and we liked it. Miranda Kay says, basically, the sweater business probably wouldn't be very good in LA.
It's not very good in LA at all, actually. I mean, you've got an 85-degree Thanksgiving weekend.
Exactly.
Oh, not good.
And Shelly T says it's also going to go as good as Kristen's t-shirt business.
Right. Because nobody has that in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we saw Tom, I don't know, even we talked about this last week, shopping for Katie's engagement ring, and someone in the chat room just said that Tom Schwartz doesn't even really have a personality, which it's true. But he's a model.
Yeah, he just has to look pretty.
He's a model with a body wave now, right?
I thought Maximus' mom was talking bad about us. I read it wrong. But she says those guys are in their 30s and have no business clue whatsoever. Right?
I'll take that.
I'll take that.
I'll take that. The 30s.
Tang Lang says, Tom grew on me. Look, I just feel I just feel like Tom's doing it all for the camera. I think he's just trying to extend his storyline. I have a feeling that Bravo or producers said something along the lines of to him of, look, your storyline with Katie's dead. You're either proposing this season or you're not on the show. I just feel like they probably gave him an ultimatum.
Well, I think it also goes to hers too. I mean, you know, and I got a ton of girlfriends that are heterosexual. I love my girls, but few of my girls have done the same thing, kind of forcing the hand of the person they're dating to either propose, I'll give you this amount of time, and it's never worked out. I don't know what it is about that, but there's this obsession in the straight culture for getting married, and you guys just need to relax and enjoy yourselves and get to know each other and your bodies. That's all I can say.
And let me put it to you this way. If your relationship is starting because you're forced someone or like manipulated or blackmailed them, yeah, I predict your relationship's not gonna last.
Yeah, it's not all crap. Marriage isn't all cracked up to be, is it, Eric?
Sorry, no. Nope. It's not.
I'll be engaged forever, and that's okay.
It's okay. Both Toms are just eye candy. Both together can't even tie a shoe.
Sitting in Lisa's living room, you could tell. I mean, you would have thought working in her restaurant, you would know a little bit about where the sangria thing is going. What's her name? Pandora is there all the time. She's in the promo shots with the... I mean, you don't know it's been already expanded globally where you're just going to what? We've got a lot of followers, and I think they'll buy sangria because I've got tons of followers. It doesn't work that way. Followers doesn't translate to sales. It doesn't translate to viewers. Just ask Frankie Grande. So it just doesn't. It doesn't translate. So, you know, I'm kind of glad they got that little lesson in Lisa's Lisa's living room.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, and I mean, with all the marriage talk, and then we of course see Sheena and Shay and the intervention that went down.
I'm sorry. This show is scripted, right? We are going to go with this show is scripted. I know I was
and the baton to you. Okay, go.
I know I was a big proponent of saying the show was scripted when we used to cover it before. I'm sorry. You don't go from big, massive wedding last season and we're so in love and everything is so amazing to, in the course of what, the 3 months in between filming, now the husband is a drug addict, crazy person. I think somebody is just...
I'm laughing not about that, not about addiction, especially. Addiction is serious. You've got, get help. There's tons of resources. I think everyone has known someone with an addiction issue. I know I have. It's no laughing matter. But this particular situation, I absolutely agree with you. For her to sit there and scream and cry saying, "Why did you marry me? Why?" is absolutely ridiculous.
For ratings. He should have just been like, for ratings.
Well, he said that he's scared of her, he's intimidated by her, and, I guess it translated to a couple more pills a day. I don't know. You can't talk to the person you're marrying. Should Sheena propose to herself? I know she planned her wedding herself.
And he's a DJ, a producer. He's in the music industry. You deal with a lot worse people than Sheena. I just don't buy it.
You got James, who's also a DJ as well.
Yeah. I honestly think this is going to be one of those things like, what was it? The Hills on MTV, where like when they got to their last season, they just came out and were like, oh, by the way, this whole show was scripted and it wasn't reality TV. That's what's going to happen with Vanderpump Rules, because I don't buy it.
Well, I think that it's not necessarily written every single word, but I think there's maybe like PowerPoint bullets on what arc we kind of want to go towards, or,
I remember when we were covering it and you used to hate it, And
I still do.
And you said on like season 3 that you were convinced there's like the 5 topics or whatever, and that the writers just spin the wheel and then they just take that topic and give it to somebody else for the new season.
They do, because there's always a slut. There's always, it's always a lie. There's some kind of lie. It's just. And now I think that we're on so many seasons and we're seeing the same stuff. It's just passed on to another person. Yeah. I don't know. I think Vicki Gunvalson might have ruined reality TV for us. I think with everything going on after Atlantis episode last night, I'm on guard.
Now, I forget if we talked about this last week. I feel like we did. The whole Shannon Beador put that video out. No, I don't think we talked about it on this show.
You haven't. Nope.
I'm in love with Shannon Beador. She's my spirit animal, and you know how much I hated her. She's everything. Everything I was screaming at the TV during Vicky's one-on-one, Shannon Beador nailed down in that video. And I love her.
I told you.
You told me what?
I told you I loved Shannon. You're like, oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say...
You really did like her.
I thought you were going to say, I told you Vicky's lying. I was like, what?
No, I told you would love Shannon.
I love Shannon. I want her essential oils and crystals and whatever it takes. I want her as my ringtone. I have tweeted her the request 5 times. You know when she does like her yelling like, I won't tolerate it. She does that thing with like her voice.
Yes.
I want that as my ringtone. I love her. Oh, that hurt. But I love her. So, yeah. So, Vicky is now mad at Shannon. This is not on the show. This is your, in the real world, whatever. Vicky's mad at Shannon. And she says, Shannon's trying to make it all about her with that video. What were you trying to do when you came out with your fake cancer line, bitch?
I don't know. I mean, I told you early on when this happened... Is this going to ruin Vicky for the show? Do we want to see someone like this on the show? How is she going to try to recover? We see Andy doing the one-on-one, trying to help her recover from this big mess. Now, the biggest argument out there is, even if she kind of knew about it, but wasn't really sure, it was Brooks that did everything and not her. And we've had other shady stuff that other housewives have done. Well, you know what I say to that, Vicky? They're in jail. Teresa's in jail. She forged mortgage papers, income statement, everything. And, she's in jail. But look what Bravo's doing with that. We've got her memoirs coming out. I personally don't want Vicky on the show. I think she has jumped the shark. The cancer thing's unforgivable because, like addiction, unfortunately, a lot of us probably know someone who's had or fighting cancer, and it's no laughing matter.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're on board. I completely agree, and I think that there are honestly, when people tweet me and they're like, "You gotta cut Vicky some slack," I just want to be like, "You're crazy.
What? You're crazy." Oh, it's after dark.
She was on the reunion, and the words came out of her mouth. She said, and I quote, I was in the waiting room for 6 hours working on my laptop while Brooks was getting chemo. And then we all made a big deal. You didn't peek around the corner. You didn't. No, I was in the waiting room working. Then on the Watch What Happens Live, I was in the car and I was just, I texted him and then I went in. And then, he was like, whatever. And then we
Vicky waited in the waiting room while Brooks gave blood at City of Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she changed her story again, because every time the truth comes out, Vicky has to change her story.
Hashtag Shannon Beador.
Right. Well, hashtag the hospital came out and said, we never treated Brooks. And that's why Vicky leaves everything open-ended. She's like, oh, maybe September, October, December. I better make sure I need a big wiggle room when all the new proof comes out so I can move my dates around. Oh my God.
So what do you think? Do you think Vicky's ruined it and needs to be off the show?
I'm really angry about it, and it's hard for me to be funny about it. It makes me mad that she knew and she lied and she won't admit it, and more proof comes out that she lied and she won't admit it, and she keeps playing the I was taken advantage of because of love and I was no, you're Vicky fucking Gunvalson. Nobody took advantage of you. I will say it again. Bravo Andy said at the end of last season to her, because she wasn't filming with Brooks, you either film with Brooks or you are off the show. So Vicky went to Brooks and said, we have to film or I'm off the show. And Brooks was like, well, my storyline's been that your daughter's husband should beat her and America hates me, so I'm not gonna film with you. And then I'm sure Vicky was like, look, you had cancer, let's work that storyline, viewers will feel sorry for you, and blah, blah, blah.
Get some empathy for it, and it all backfired.
Yeah. Because probably production figured it out and we're like, fifth housewife. Oh, Megan? Oh, your wife-in-law? Your husband's ex-wife has cancer and is going to die? Oh, come on The Housewives with Vicky and talk about cancer a lot. I'm sure this will work out nice.
It's just gross. It's so gross.
It is. She's disgusting. And nobody will film with her either. Like, nobody...
Well, I mean, even Heather has that podcast right now, and she not even invited to go on that. Didn't Trek Lord tell us about that a few weeks ago?
I listened to it. I thought Heather was going to take the high road. I thought she was going to... She made it seem like she was going to say, of course we're going to film with her. We're all in a cast, blah, blah. No. Vicky, Tamara, and Shannon all were like, we're not filming with her anymore. She is a liar. We have had to tell the truth. Shannon was like, I had to put out my husband's infidelity. And she's like, I got to be honest about that. So she's like, I will not film with her. And I'm just like, whoa, none of them will film with her. So,
well, I mean, that's Vicky. Even the thing, too. I mean, even, Shannon was super honest about, what happened in her marriage. Even Teresa Giudice, whatever, did all of those horrible things, but she admitted it. She went to jail for it, and she's out. Someone said in the chat room, I think it was Miss Dawn Draper, said she's out in 3 weeks, and she is. At least I see why people even would want Teresa back, but not Vicky.
Vicky, to quote Caroline, you garbage.
Right. I'd rather have Alexis back.
Me too. Jesus jugs.
Yeah, and just have it just they can all baptize each other in Orange County in their chlorine pools with their big cha-chas.
Right. It is. It's true. I mean, I'm sorry. I can't get past it. You lied about cancer for sympathy, and you didn't come clean. You had 3 chances now to just come clean. If she would have come clean...
Okay, that's my question. If she would have came clean, would you and everyone in the chat room think, okay, you know what, we'll forgive her as long as she comes clean? Would you forgive her?
Yes. Yes. If... It's I'm coming clean and going to help people with cancer now. I realized how she would have to own it and be like, I apologize, I'm owning it. Here's what I'm going to do to fix it. Then yes.
Well, admitting it's owning it, but then she would also have to go above and beyond and start making, maybe give a percentage of every deal, CODA insurance rights to, Children's Hospital.
She should actually have to go and help people with actual real cancer.
So that she can actually go into a room and see what it looks like.
That was my favorite part.
So that she doesn't get confused again.
When she was retelling the story to Andy, and she goes,
she read to people getting chemo, and this is what it looks like. Yeah. And, you guys are all sitting together. Oh, okay.
Right, sitting. Remember when she was telling Andy, when she changed her story for the 3rd time, and she goes, I as soon as Brooks came out, we just had to leave the waiting room because I couldn't sit by those people. The people with cancer, Vicky? Oh, yeah, you probably couldn't.
Can we walk around? I'm feeling very uncomfortable.
Your cancer's bothering me, and I'm Vicky
all the cancer in the hospital is bothering me. I need to walk around. Can we get some fresh air?
I only like fake cancer, so we're gonna have to leave this room. I'm Vicky Gunvalson.
I like cancer with hair, as long as you've got the hair, it hasn't fallen out.
Mm-hmm. by the way, as long as we are in the room, I don't want to waste time. Life insurance? Do you want to do a policy?
I had a whole stack, like a tablet where you can just rip them off.
That's what she's really pissed about.
Signing people up.
That is what she is really pissed about, is what it comes down to.
I would have a story time of why life insurance is good, and then I'd hand out policies.
You know what? Somebody, chat room, if anybody is technologically savvy, I would love this. Can somebody please go buy the domain, like, Vicky Gunvalson is the devil? Or, like, Vicky Gunvalson lied about cancer. Like, something. We need, like, a good .com about Vicky Gunvalson that we can just forward right to Reality Recaps. But I want when people Google, because everyone for forever now will Google Vicky Gunvalson fake cancer.
Yeah.
I want that forwarding right to us.
Oh, my gosh.
Virgo Baker wants to know, how long do we think Vicky is going to use her mom's death as an excuse? Reminds me of the Curb Your Enthusiasm. What do you think, John?
It's another thing, too. I mean, she's how old? 60? 59? I get it. She's close to her mother. I love my mother. But, it's a total excuse.
Yeah, it's a totally separate issue. Like, I don't even comment when people say anything about her losing her mother or whatever that other thing is that she likes to throw in there. That's horrible. You lost your mother.
What about taking Dawn back? I should have never divorced Dawn.
Well, nobody will film with her, so what a surprise.
Maybe Dawn will.
What a surprise. None of the ladies want to film with me. Guess John needs to come back into my life now. I'm going to fill your love tank. And it's just whatever. I'm so over her mother dying as being an excuse. The only way that it's an excuse is if she died because she knew you were lying about cancer and you killed her.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is so far off from the truth, and I don't care.
I think she's giving housewives a bad name. I think she gives Christians a bad name. It's just...
I think she...
So they're going, oh, the devil creates confusion. The devil, oh, the Jesus. No, it's not. You helped someone lie about cancer to gain sympathy. You're a bad Christian, a bad person, a bad housewife.
I think it obviously was about money first. She wanted not to be a housewife, so I think she lied for money and then for sympathy. But I think Vicky's a horrible human being. And
I think now we know why she's the OG of the OC, because this is going to be her final tagline. Like, she's the original.
Well, you know what? I gotta say, Love Riley says, guys, Vicky just wants a hug and a casserole.
And a full love tank and a finished project.
And Parawolf says, wait, so Brianna has thyroid cancer. No, she had it, and that was my other point. When Vicky tries to use her, I don't know what cancer looks like excuse, your daughter had cancer. You know what it looks like. Remember that?
Papers look like, to show Tamara these big words. Tamara gets confused. Another thing, too, I mean, the fact that, Brooks hitting on Brianna, talking about Girth Brooks. Why didn't Vicky be like, Brooks, did you hit on my daughter? You have a big cock. I know that for a fact. That's why I'm with you, and I divorced my husband that I shouldn't have. Why? You know what I mean? She just brushed so many things under the rug. I've got cancer, and blamed it on her business, and I'm busy. And then anytime it got a little sticky, the devil creates confusion. I'm going to start doing that. Anytime someone says to me, I'm going to be like Bianca Del Rio, not today, Satan, or the devil creates confusion. Yeah.
She knows what she's doing. She's a sociopath. She knows exactly what she's doing. Yeah. She knows if she acts confused and plays the victim, then there are going to be people that buy it, as long as she just keeps playing the victim and acting confused, because people do buy it. So it's whatever. Vicky doesn't know what cancer looks like. She just bought extra insurance on Brianna's policy. Well, probably. If my daughter told me that guy would be out the door. Right. Well, I wish Glammy was here, but maybe you can ask her this next week, John. Glammy was saying that it has something to do with, like, Brooks and Vicky had some business deal that we don't know all the details to.
As far as how they met.
No, as far as like they were supposed to create something together, like some product together. And that's why
he was involved with the Housewife Wines for a little bit.
So maybe it was the wines. So
okay.
Like, in other words, if she comes out negatively against him, it would hurt her own brand. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it would hurt the Vicky Gumbelson brand. That's why she's scared of him. He knows things. Right. He didn't sign an NDA agreement, which is I don't know. An extra large vagina. I mean, I don't know what else can wreck her reputation.
Miss Don Draper says they created fake cancer together.
They created fake cancer together.
Fake cancer. Why don't we have a shirt? I would like a shirt that says, like, hashtag fake cancer. But no, because then people are going to think you're mocking cancer. We need to mock Vicky. It needs to be like, hashtag Vicky loves confusion. Hashtag Vicky created cancer. Hashtag.
Yeah, I mean, and even look at all the crap that she gave Gretchen when her ex-husband died of cancer.
I know.
Yeah, and went after her, and I think, gosh, it was so long ago, and Gretchen was out for a weekend or something where she should have been there by her husband's side, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think, but look, I hate to say it. I think Vicky will be back next season. I think Bravo is a television network. We are all talking about this nonstop. You mentioned Frankie Grande. It's the same thing. Everybody on Big Brother wouldn't shut up on social media about how much they hated Frankie Grande. Well, that's why he's staying on Big Brother.
I don't hate Frankie Grande.
I'm just saying it's the same thing. If we all if this is what we're talking about nonstop, they're going to want the conversation to continue. And they'll bring her back.
We'll see. I mean, she could have her own spinoff. I mean, if nobody's, wanting to film with her. Did you see on Bravo.com that they came out with the celebrity net worth of all the women? And surprisingly, like Lizzie she's worth quite a bit of money. Of course, I knew Shannon was. Heather.
Oh my God, why can't I remember her name? Candy Burruss is worth a ton, right? She's got to be Candy Burruss. Candy from Atlanta. She's the richest.
But we're talking about Orange County, yeah.
Oh, right. I'm just saying in general of all the
Candy's worth 35. Heather's worth 30. Shannon's worth 20. I think Lizzie on Orange County is worth like 15. Mm-hmm. And she does the swimsuit line and stuff. I didn't know she was.
Well,
like Alexis is worth like 5,000. Lydia is an heiress, so she's worth... Oh, I forgot what she's worth.
They need to bring Lydia back. Get rid of Vicky and bring Lydia back.
Nicest person. And you saw that when I interviewed her on the red carpet for the reality TV awards.
Lydia?
I interviewed Lydia.
From like 2 seasons ago?
Lydia? Yes. You can go on my Instagram at Comedy Jonah and you can see I have a little snippet of the interview.
I love Lydia. Love her.
Yeah, it's when her book was coming out. She's hilarious in person.
Get rid of Vicky, bring on Lydia. I say so.
Yeah, and we got the little bit of Christian, we got a little Jesus, and we got fun. We've got it all in one skinny little fun package.
Yeah. Miranda Kay said I would have guessed Candy was worth more. Candy's worth the most of all of them, I'm pretty sure.
Not Lisa Vanderpump.
Oh, Lisa Vanderpump. Right. What is Lisa worth? 50, 60? Do you know?
Maybe it's up there, but I think it's Adrienne Maloof that's worth like 100.
Oh, of course. Adrienne Maloof owns a casino, so of course she's going to be. I was surprised to see that like Kenya Moore was only worth like 100,000. I was like, there's no way wasn't. I'm worth more than Kenya Moore, because if that's the case, put me on that show.
Alexis Molina is only worth 5,000.
I own a house, so
yeah.
Well.
Lisa Vanderpump is $65 million.
Could you imagine $65 million? Like, what would you do with $65 million? You would become a patron. Your reality recaps.com.
I would hang out because I wouldn't have to do these shows anymore. I'm just kidding.
I would still do shows.
I would buy the show and I would buy you.
No, that's the end.
It would be a puppet. Eric, talk like this.
That's the end of reality recaps, everyone. I would still do shows.
And then I would buy you.
How about Vicky tweeting pictures of her kitchen reconstruction? It's not a good time to be braggy. Plus, it's ugly. Yeah.
It's ugly. Who cares? She made her smoothies while lying about cancer.
Right. Well, devil has confusion. Con for Peace says, so then, John, if it's OC, what was Vicky's worth again? Did we get Vicky's worth?
I think she's only like 6.
All right. Well, you're looking up that. I will say, Love Riley says, didn't Adrian Malouf and family have to divest their Palms and Saks King investments? Oh, I'm not up on that, so I don't know. Grin 7.
Gets 500,000 per season.
Okay. Grin Girl and Golf says Vicky's worth $8 million in the chat room. I don't know if that's true or not. What is the skinny girl?
Celebrity net worth says 7.
Okay. What's skinny girl worth? We don't know. I think it's only showing us who the OC people are, but I would assume she's up there.
Bethany Frankel?
Yeah.
Is like 40.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't she just in Forbes for like selling the skinny?
The company sold for 140
so then how
million.
is she only worth 40?
Because she had investors that also got parts of it.
We got to figure out a way to make my waffle iron.
Like Carol's worth more than Bethany, or just around the same.
God, if I was Bethany, I'd want to kill myself.
Why aren't you still angry running around homeless in a limousine?
Bethany is the reason all these ladies have to shell shit every season. Like, she started it. And that's all she's worth. That really sucks.
Little Big Red says Bethany's worth 25 million. Yeah, it's not a lot.
I love Bethany. I
do too.
I love her. Okay, so whatever. Vicky, you're the devil, and if you weren't, you would have come on this show.
$7 million devil.
Well, here's the thing. Vicky was going to come on this show. I don't think that's any surprise to people before all the cancer stuff happened. And then, no, because I talked too badly about her. But here's the thing. If somebody was like, Eric, we know I can't even think of something fake to make up. But
I'm saying I'm thinking this is where you're going. If Vicky wanted to come on the show and put us in our place and start truth talking, we would give her that platform.
Sure, we would definitely give her the platform. So come on, Vicky, if you want. What I was saying was more along the lines of if she had nothing to hide, why wouldn't she come on? Like, why would she cancel?
I think she's got a publicist who's not giving her very good direction.
Well, hire John Richardson.
Oh, I'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll make you wear a shirt that says hashtag I lied.
I'll do it. I'll get you out of this mess for $6 million.
Yeah, there you go.
Donate to the patron campaign. You could be on our secret Facebook group.
Yes, exactly. That is what you can do, Vicky. We will become the biggest. Look, we're for sale, Vicky. So
not totally for sale,
Vicky.
We will turn this around on everyone.
Yeah, Vicky. Just like how you paid Brooks to take the blame, like when she was like, "Oh, here, Angie. Here's the email where he says he did it. It is signed and dated. Here's your email. By the way, here is also the text where he's admitting to it all. Oh, that was super convenient.
Did you see how big the letters were in the text?
I was like, so convenient.
Well, I love that Shannon froze it and was looking at the different texts and said that she had texts too. But what I'm saying is absolutely we can be bought. And if you think we're doing a funny spin on this, we'll reverse it.
Oh, we'll reverse
it.
Flip it and reverse it.
Oh, flip it, reverse it, do a somersault. Yeah, shore berries, whatever you want.
Watch, ready?
We'll do it, and we'll convince everyone.
Watch, ready? Guys, Vicky, look, it was a hard time. And you know what? Brooks actually implanted something in her and told her if she didn't lie, he would detonate it and it would make her heart rupture.
Listen, you don't understand.
Right.
It was real. Vicky didn't know.
She didn't.
She didn't know.
She didn't.
She tried. She's a busy lady. She has houses and mortgages to support in her own business. She got involved as much as she could.
And
she really loved him. And love can be blind, Eric.
Right.
Love can be blind.
And the children. And the sick puppies. Children. Puppies and sick children. With real cancer.
Yes.
That Vicky didn't want to expose.
She doesn't know. You can't fault her. She didn't know, and what you don't know can hurt you sometimes.
Right.
That's what this case is about.
Or we can go back to calling you a fucking sociopath unless you pay us off, bitch.
Okay, so bring it.
Let's go, Vicky. You're apparently paying everybody, so we'll take ours.
Yeah.
Love
whole parody.
Love can be blind and have fake cancer, says New Jersey girl. You guys, there's an IUD Kegel weight detonated. Oh yeah, IUD Kegel weight detonated by Brooks. Exactly, Giselle. Exactly. If she would have told the truth or would have exposed anything, Brooks would have killed her. So that's what Vicky was really afraid of. She couldn't say it. Also why she couldn't show any emotion. I always wonder why when, if I was being accused of faking cancer, I think I'd be a little emotional about it. And she's just like no emotion, stone face. So
she just really needs a hug. I mean, it just really just seems like the neediest.
She needs something in her love tank, and I would prefer it to be poison. Real painful poison. One Vicky lying on the floor, like foaming at the mouth, and be like, "Oh, is that real foam or fake foam, Vicky?"
Boy, it hurts. It's poison.
That you're really foaming, Vicky?
So you said you're up with Atlanta, right?
Oh yes, let's talk about Atlanta because ooh, Sheree.
And ooh, Kim Fields not grooming down there, says Phaedra.
Or wearing underwear.
And she's not wearing underwear. She's not grooming down there either.
But she's another one where I don't get what her deal is. Last week, she was talking to her husband like, I don't have no girlfriends. I love my babies. And that's just my life. And I am a fun lady. And I'm going to be a fun lady. And then this week, she says it to Phaedra. And Phaedra's like, oh, yeah, it seems like you don't have any time for you. And then all of a sudden, she's like, I lost myself. Like, it's been a day. You went from I'm a fun lady to I lost myself.
You hadn't even finished your salad.
Like, calm down, Tootie. Okay, we get it. Yeah. You're acting. Calm down,
okay,
Tootie.
Did you fall down on your roller skates? Calm down, Tootie, okay?
Yeah, and look, I was alive when your show was popular. I don't ever remember you on these fucking roller skates that everybody keeps talking about. So I remember you had a mushroom haircut, and you looked like Toadette from Mario
Molly
Brothers.
Ringwald days in the beginning.
Look, I don't know what roller
skates. But you know what? To me, it's confusing because Mrs. Garrett always looked old. I mean, there was never a time where she always sweet and wonderful, but old.
Tootie! That's all she used to do. Tootie!
Natalie!
Natalie's still a lesbian. Kids, wrap your brain around that. Right. I just don't get her. And I don't get what she's like, and now we're going to talk about sex toys. I'm like, what is wrong with you, Kim Fields? I'm not liking you on this season. I'm not.
And doesn't like drink alcohol. Is it because she's in sobriety or she just doesn't drink?
Do something with your hair. It looks like you should be on American Horror Story with your freaking crazy ass blonde hair.
Yeah, I don't think I like it either. Someone in the chat room said they didn't like her.
I don't like her. I don't like her. And then that goes right back to my problem with Sheree. What is up with Sheree? She's literally wearing clothes from Kmart, and I don't know who's doing her hair. She can do a bun.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the one. Like, everybody is in these designer flowy outfits, and they have their hair is all curled and makeup. And she comes in with, like, the Kmart black shirt with a little dress pant and her hair in a bun, and is like, hi! I swear it's why they got the other girl with the rat tails on there to try and make Sheree look a little more classy.
I'll tell you what happened to Sheree. Sheree showed up late and missed hair and makeup. Okay, that's what happened, and wardrobe.
Clearly.
So she came in that outfit. She came in a bun, but because she was so late and that boat was about to take off, Sheree almost missed the boat. So she had to jump on with her bun and with her bad outfit. But I love Sheree. We got to see last night Chateau Sheree. It's huge. Even good words from Kenya Moore.
Yes.
Double.
100%. Well, I got a lot to say about that, but just so I don't miss it, Miss Don Draper says Blair was on Survivor, Tootie was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, so what's next? Gary Coleman on Big Brother? Gary Coleman's dead, I'm pretty sure.
I know, he is. Nancy Kean, who's Joe. I know.
There you go. We need Joe on something. I loved the back of Sheree's house. Why don't we get to see that more? That was beautiful.
Just huge. I mean, at least 15 to 20,000 square feet. I'm so jealous. I'm in a tiny condo in Seattle. I love my condo, but it's tiny. I need room.
I liked how she was like, you know, how they pretended like it was spur of the moment that Kenya was running over there and Sheree just happened to be outside sweeping the front porch that she's locked out of. And there is no way for her to get into her own house. So, yeah.
That, too, is why she could be in a Kmart outfit. She's built that big house and she's sweeping her own damn porch and there's like cinder blocks in the front and everything else.
But honestly, if, you know, good on her, she's probably getting what, maybe 25,000 an episode. She's going to have that house finished now. It's all she needed was to get back on Bravo and finish the house.
And well, you know, Portia was on Watch What Happens Live a few weeks ago and said she's just needs some paint and she's done.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So she's going to probably win the bet then with Kenya? Because Kenya's not in.
Kenya's not in.
Oh, that's interesting. See, now, if I was Sheree, I would have got on social media and appealed to all the Kenya haters and been like, go fund me, get me in Chateau Sheree, help me beat Kenya. And you know she would have got at least 100,000 from the Kenya haters. So you failed there, Sheree.
I love me some Sheree, and I really wanted to see more with Sheree and the husband's best friend girl with the blonde braid.
Yeah.
It was weird. Said her husband was like a white Nazi. So white, he was a Nazi.
I have to say, well...
As a white person, did that offend you? Was that racist?
No, nothing. Words don't really offend me. I just got so deep. But really, I never understand when people are like, your words offended me. Like, okay. Anyway, I want to save the fight for last because I think that'll be good for us to end on. But wait, what was there anything else this episode? I feel it was just the house, right? It was just the house. Oh, and then Candy.
Was that and the girl that was saying, "Oh, there's water in these products," and did Portia kind of invite her as a wingman or a wing girl or whatever you want to call it?
All right. Well, oh yeah,
she's a bitch. Actually, I agree with Kenya.
Oh no, she's
not very often, but.
What did you think of Portia getting ready for, you know, I'm going to have this phone call date with my man and I got my diamond bra on and blah. Portia, he likes men.
Well, what about Phaedra talking to Tootie about the boobage and saying you're in the wrong group and praise Jesus and you were just at an adult bookstore buying the devil's costumes?
I agree. Phaedra's a hypocrite. How
the
about
the devil's war paint?
Yeah, yeah.
La 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 la.
how about this? Here's a little bit of for you. You know, we do the work for all of you, so you don't have to. I watched, what Nene did this past week on social media and on other shows. Number one, she's up to her same shtick of all the ladies on The View were so mean to me. You know, all ladies are jealous of Nene, and if you are a woman, you hate Nene. So,
and she's going to be on this season 2.
Yeah, but here's the thing. She says nobody from this season of Atlanta, except Cynthia, has supported her or reached out to her. So what happened to that great friendship, Phaedra, that you and Nene had, that you were willing to sell out Candy, your actual real life friend, for Nene, and now Nene says she hasn't even heard from you since filming ended.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, everyone, it's like the Hills are fake friends.
Yep. I can't stand Nene, and I don't really like Phaedra. I just like her faces, because she makes faces like I do.
I love her shade. I think her one-liners are absolutely hilarious, but would I put all my coins in her bucket? No. Maybe.
Who is Duke? Oh, Duke from Giselle says Duke, Nick Uhas, Clay. They all need reality star beards. Portia getting blown off by a guy was kind of funny. Well,
after the coming out party he was running. Who wouldn't have ran?
I don't know what she thought. Like, never. And like, I get it. She's just immature and she's desperate for a storyline. But that's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. So, like you said, on the boat, I actually was enjoying seeing them have a nice time getting along. And I really appreciated that. I feel like that edit was a very honest edit where I thought they were going to protect Cynthia and make Portia look bad in this fight. So I'll just say, for those of you that don't know, and then I want to know what you think, John. So basically the whole boat ride, they're all, you're a bitch, oh, bitch, and bitch, bitch, bitch. But bitch, in term of endearment bitch way. But then Cynthia had one too many, and all of a sudden Portia said bitch at the wrong time, and Cynthia took it the wrong way, and she was not buying her apology, and then apparently they come to blows. But just like on Jersey and just like on the other ones, it's in the last 2 seconds and they cut to black. So we're not going to see it until next week. Now, John, and chat room as well, whose side are you guys all on? John, whose side are you on this fight?
Portia's. Hello. Cindy even admitted in her blog today that she overreacted. Burp, burp.
Well, Trek Lord says Cynthia overreacted, and Tracy Gibbs, and Girl to Golf, and Virgo Baker. Everybody seems to be saying it's Cynthia's fault, except for me. Because I think it's that little gold digger Portia's fault, and I think she likes to play all innocent and be all like, oh.
You're being a little bitch right now.
No. Oh, and didn't you notice how Portia was like, when she was all
I had to look at myself for a little bit.
When she was all up in Cynthia's face, she even called her a bitch 2 times while apologizing.
The thing that I don't understand is that when she had come over just before it got physical, why didn't she just say, you know what, I didn't mean it like that, but I ain't gonna say I'm sorry. Just say you're sorry. Just shut everybody up and just say it. Even if you don't mean it, just say it.
Portia
needed to just do that to defuse it.
Right.
Now, we saw little cut-tos, and literally we see some cameraman grip on top of Portia because we can see her white
grinding
jeans,
in that chair.
and we see the little legs of the grip person flinging around, and she's keeping her own even with the men. Does Portia have an anger issue?
First of all, Portia was like this. Ready? Like, if this is the man who like tackles Portia, so she's like,
God, yeah.
She's like rubbing him up and
It
down.
looked like maybe he was starting to try to get away from her, right? Like,
Yeah. Portia was getting a little too into that fight. Like, her legs were spread open and she's like jingling them and I'm like, Portia, are you, the fight is, well, we'll see next week.
Yeah.
We'll see next week. But look, here's my point. By the way, I totally get why now they say don't let kids play with plastic bags. That was like...
Right. But this isn't like, Black Ink, LA. This isn't, Basketball Wives. I don't want to see people physically hit each other like that. Like, watch those shows if you want.
Right. Like, nobody signed up for Bad Girls Club is what
Nobody signed up for Bad Girls Club. I mean, come on.
But
I'm sick of it. I think Portia just needs to go because of physically touching people.
Right. And that does trump all. I do agree with that. So I just want to say this to everybody watching and take it as a tip and learn from it. In life, just apologize if someone says, like, I don't know why she's to be so prideful in her whole, like, I won't say I'm sorry. Okay, then stop fake apologizing. Either apologize or don't apologize.
Especially when they're drinking, right?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Tracy Gibbs says, I can't wait to see this play out. I hope repercussions are commensurate. Well, if it's going to kill any credibility Portia had in her case against Kenya, of Kenya hitting her the year before, number one. But
For less.
But is that why this other girl is going to come on? Because this fake water girl is an actual housewife. She starts next episode as an actual housewife.
The friend about the water?
Right. She's an actual housewife.
I can't, I keep looking at the pictures and they kind of keep changing and I don't know.
So I wonder if Portia is now gone after this and that girl is going to take her place.
Well, that would suck because Portia's the one that brought her.
Well, yeah. And here's my other question. And this is not like a black or like a white person thing. Like, this is I've seen everybody on reality TV shows do this when they get mad. What is with when you're arguing with someone and you're mad, doing this in their face when you're talking to them? What's with the clapping? Because for me, I would think you're cheering me on. Like when Cynthia's like, no, Portia, no, you are smarter than that. I would just be like, yeah, I am smarter.
The chat room says we're robots.
Oh, no. Oh, stop. Okay, hold on. Now, we're not robots for the other people. So, hold on. We have to keep talking to the YouTube people. Right back, everyone. Yeah. Now, this is where we have to tell the funny story to the YouTube people. So, YouTube people. John, did anything funny happen to you on Thanksgiving?
No.
How was your injectable turkey?
Oh my gosh, did you ever find your injectables?
I did not.
Oh my gosh, mine was so good. I posted a picture of mine on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and it was the best turkey I ever did. And I think doing the brine, submerging the turkey underwater with ice in a cooler, in a bag for 24 hours. Oh my God, it was perfect.
Was it
perfect.
Juicy?
Super juicy. I just, every year I get better and better with it. This is my fourth year.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And wait, hold on. Smile. What sides did you have?
We had the standard side. So I did like an Italian dressing stuffing with Italian spicy sausage with apples and celery and bread and super yummy. And then, of course, we had, sweet potatoes. And my sister-in-law does this kind of scalloped corn pudding thing. It's super yummy.
Right.
Yeah, everybody shared in bringing in the gifts, or not the gifts, the side dishes, but I'm in charge of the turkey. Everybody in my family loves my turkey.
And look, and I'm just going to say, John.
Sure.
All of those sides sounded amazing. However, The murder that you just told the YouTube people that led up to your delicious dinner, like
I had to kill. I had to
I'm
kill.
sorry that you had to kill for your Thanksgiving dinner. Now, look, people, as you know,
I'm
when
Native
the
American to do
right
it.
when the You Now show crashes, it's not on our end, so we're still live. You can only hear the stuff we talk about in the in
On
between if
YouTube.
you watch
Yeah.
the playback on YouTube. So, if you
Yeah.
want to know who John killed for Thanksgiving dinner, it's well,
Ooh, and I
sorry.
really am. I can do that because I really am a registered Native American.
That was super racist.
It's not when you are one.
So am I allowed to say faggot?
Yes, but no one else is. I can say that too. Because I'm a Native American.
Okay, so back to where we left off when we last left off, everyone. What I was saying, John, was what is it about when the people have to fight and clap in your face like that? I don't get it. It makes me happy and it makes me want to do a dance.
It doesn't. It's disrespectful. It's getting in your space, and it's provoking.
Speaking of provoking, David Thielen says, calm down, Tonto.
Okay, because I'll cut a bitch. I'll cut a bitch.
See, that just makes me want to dance. I just expect like a siren. Like I hear, "Whirr," and then we're all clapping, and it's like, ooh, Macarena time. Oh, I'm old. I love you, but I have I love you, but I have a life and can't watch this all again. Well, I hear you, Tracy. I hear you. But you could just skip ahead into the part and just watch it. We just need the clicks and the views. Just skip ahead.
Good for you, Tracy.
Good for you. You're still not going to know what happened.
That's a life.
Oh, Love Riley also wants to know, what do you think about people who say, don't call me out of my name, and that whole thing? Like, why she's mad that she's being called a bitch is she's like, don't call me out of my name. I don't get it. You can call me, like, elephant, snuffleupagus, cookie monster,
Is that
dick
like
face.
black girl talk? I didn't understand that.
I don't get people that get upset when people, like, call them other things. Like, I just don't get it.
I don't care what you call me, just call me.
Right, seriously, like, just call me. Oh, Trek Lord says clapping is to emphasize what you're saying.
Well, but when the other person's winning and you both are talking at the same time, it can clap. It's a win because you're losing. You're losing.
It's true. It's true.
Oh.
I'm going to just try clapping when I have conversations from now on.
You should just do.
I'm just going to be like, so welcome to our Real Housewives of Atlanta show.
I would put my arm around you because I thought I would think you have special needs if you walked into a room like that.
Remember when we were in Canada and there was the special needs person who got really excited every time they saw the train and you didn't believe me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Every time John and I would go outside of our hotel to light candles,
To light candles.
well,
Oh,
because
yes,
we
candle.
don't want to influence the children.
Yes.
And there would be this guy out there, and our hotel was at a train station, and every time he saw a train, and P.S., I'm not making fun of him because he's the most adorable person ever, but every time he saw the trains come by, he would just go, train! He would just scream, train. But it was always, like, right next to us. Like, it was, oh, and then you just have to act like, you know, nothing's, like, that's not happening because you don't want to make him feel bad. But I set up John to be right near him when he did it. I was like, John, you just stand right here and get ready for when the train comes in. And train is my favorite. I might start doing that and clapping. By the way, Miss Don Draper says, I had to Google what thought means when they kept calling her a thought.
I had to do it too.
Now, do you know what it means? Because I forget what it means.
I forget what it means too. It's on my iPad.
I knew what it means. Oh, right. That hoe out there. Right. That hoe out there.
That hoe out there, yeah.
But what I thought was they should make a thing called Thoughts for Christmas instead of I mean, damn it. I meant thoughts for tots instead of toys for tots. They need to come up with thoughts for tots. And I thought that would be very funny for them to do. But yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
That's hilarious.
Miss Don Draper says, overit.com. And David Thielen says, I would have screamed train at him. No, David Thielen. He wasn't doing it to be mean. He was like just a cute person who loved trains. Saying it's okay to call yourself I was going to say a fat ass, but you don't want to influence the children on up. Happy Monday, says Mara Girl. I think you missed the point, Mara Girl. I think you missed the point. Hi, Terry. Welcome. We're kind of wrapping up now, though, but welcome. Missed you today, Susan.
I'm in the wrong.
Who's Susan? I don't know who Susan is.
I'm in the wrong chat room. I was like...
Oh, yeah. Well, that would help.
When the show ended on here, I have the Skype thing in front of it. So it went to someone else, and then I never went back.
Where'd you get dumped to, Dr. Greg?
I got dumped into some
Puppet?
crazy, I don't know what.
By the way, we need to do a new show. I've worked this out, John, and this will actually be good for which either of us wants to do it. We just need a puppet, a Ouija board, and a cat, which is why I'm thinking you. Now, if we have the puppet give advice from the Ouija board, you're shaking your head no, but let me finish my sentence. Puppet giving advice with the Ouija board and preferably a cat, John, we would easily have like 500 people to 1,000 live. People would throw thousands of gold bars at us. If you're a puppet, if you're using a Ouija board, or if you're an old man pretending to be a doctor and not qualified to give advice to children, you make a lot of money on you now. I don't know why we can't incorporate all three, is what I'm saying. I want to be a puppet Ouija board advice giver. I don't know how that's going to help us. Okay, so jumped into a kid buying bows. All right, so since we pretty much have to wrap it up, will you guys, do you have any questions for us before we
and tell them about next week?
Okay, right. So next week, it's going to be John and Glammy here, right? Or maybe just John. I will not be here at all next week. So John and Glammy are doing the Bravo show. John and maybe a special guest will do the Wednesday show. We don't know. We'll see what
Survivor
happens.
fan.
A Survivor fan, or you know, what's his face is a huge Survivor fan.
Bruce?
from Canada. Johnny. The Big Brother Canada 3 gay is a huge Survivor fan.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants to chat about it with... I don't know. Anyway, my point is, Tuesday, I might be with Vanessa, so I'll do something live when I'm away with Vanessa. But that's the next week things for right now. I will say tomorrow night, I will not be here for the American Horror Story and Scream Queen show at 7. I have an appointment that I can't miss because I'm going away next week. So I might do it later in the night or whatever, but as of now, there won't be a show tomorrow at 7. I'm sorry. You still love me. I did 2 shows this weekend. Salte says, good night. Love you guys. Thanks for a good laugh. Giselle says, serious question for you fellas. If you were on the Real House Husbands, what would your tagline be? Well, Megan Wheelie already gave me my tagline, so I don't know if it's not fair. But she says I would have a bath ball, and I would say, we're all famous. However, Giselle...
You'd have the bath ball.
Oh, they're probably all knocked down, though, right? Giselle, there's gotta be at least one of our Bravo shows up on the YouTube channel, or go to the website, yourrealitycups.com/Bravo. John and myself do actual housewife intros. Do you remember what yours was, John? I know you had a lemon.
I didn't have a. My tagline was a lemon.
No, you were holding a lemon, and it had
Oh
something to do
yes.
with Seattle, I thought.
Gosh, what was mine? And I did it a reality rally too. Because remember, Peg judged our taglines when we
Right.
interviewed her from Orange County
Right, I can pull
Housewives.
one up right now. I'm going to just pull it up for the people now. See if you remember before I pull it up.
Oh, something like, even though it's cloudy in Seattle, I always have a sunny disposition.
Oh, it may be. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're right. Now, I remembered why I probably
Or
didn't.
I may be from Seattle, but I always have a sunny disposition.
I think that is it. I think you're right. I
I
think
think that's mine. Yeah.
um I don't even know if I
Starbucks coffee. That's true, Vertigo Baker. I need a Starbucks hold of coffee. I may be from Seattle, but I always have a sunny disposition.
that is exactly what you need. Wow. Okay. I don't know if I'm really going to want to open this can of worms, but let's go for it. Um I gotta make it full screen for 1 second, John. So hold
Sure.
on, just so I can play the intro of Us for Them. Oh, hold on. Add. Okay, hold on. Here it is, everybody. Here, ready?
Please.
Oh,
I cannot tell if you are just trying to piss me off or you really believe what you're saying.
I believe what I am saying.
I believe in public shaming of John. That is what I believe in, and when he doesn't have enough headroom, I like to publicly shame him on Twitter.
Bye-bye recaps.
Warning, this is our Bravo recap
oh my
show.
God, hold on, it's
Not
coming
like
right
our
now.
Amazing Race or Survivor recaps. It's very NSFW. That means not safe for fucking work. Or anywhere
Oh
else
my God,
you
it's
want
coming.
people to
Hold
hear us
on.
talking about blowjobs, cursing, and
It's the
other
one
crazy
time I made
shit
a thing.
that's shown on Bravo.
Okay, here.
Enjoy.
Intro.
I may live in Seattle, but I always have a sunny disposition.
I know exactly who my friends are, and they're all named Benjamin.
I'm Eric, and I have a dog.
Oh my God, I thought there was going to be somebody on there that I can't stand anymore, but apparently I cut them out. Awesome. That's what I was worried about. Right. I'm Eric and I have a dog. That was mine. So there you go. There you go, Giselle. That's
So
what it was.
young.
And so young. It was 2 years ago. Have I aged that much in 2 years? I feel like I have. Right. Well, for all of you that are saying that's great, I don't know if you're aware. There's a ton of shows on our website. You can see all of our past shows on our website.
And there's going to be a quiz on Wednesday because if there's no show on Tuesdays and Thursdays, then there's all those shows. You could go into all of our archives and see it, and then we can do a show and quiz you on it.
That's what we should do. We'll just take the next week, not this week, but the following week off, and then we're going to come back, and you're all going to have to take a test, and we're going to quiz you on random reality recap shows from yonder year. And if you do not score 65 or above, we will not come back.
I love it.
What BB people will you have on Thursday? Probably Liz and Austin, but again, they haven't replied to me, so I don't know. You know the deal. We'll do a fan show if they don't. Jazz Mama says, first time here. I love you, John. I love you, Eric. Thanks for watching. New Jersey Girl says, reality recaps. Exactly. Those shows are funny. The shows that we edited from a long time ago, they're really funny. You should totally go check them out because there's like a lot of work that went into cutting them down. They're not just like us rambling here. They're much more joke. Eric and John, if you are attending the charity event for Michelle's Place in Canada, do you have your pledges page up? We don't do pledges pages. When John and I donate, we don't do so for publicity like other websites.
Ooh, shade.
However, you'll see in the program that we actually give thousands of dollars. We don't just give like $20 and then milk it for everything it's worth. Anyway, Will you ever have Claire Shelley? Not sure. I love you both. Thanks for letting me move. Conquer thyroid diseases. Okay, John. So you'll be back here this Wednesday for Survivor, but in the meantime, tell everybody where they can find you, or we'll both be back here. Sorry. So I'll try again. So John and I both won't be on tomorrow night because I have an appointment. However, we are both returning together on Wednesday. In the meantime, John, where can they find you on social media?
Hey guys, you can find me everywhere at Comedy Jonah.
Yes. And also check out John's Bravo of Atlanta blogs when the ladies do them. There is one up. We just wait for them to do them before we get them up.
We do, and I'm actually doing my last week's right after this show and getting it up, so you guys will have last week's. And the girls are doing better. 2 of the blogs are up, so hopefully Wednesday I will have them on time from now on. I had to get my tree up. Who cares? So what?
2 of 8 sounds great. That's what I say. 2 out of 8 blogs is awesome.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. So don't forget, you can see all of our stuff over at yourrealityrecaps.com. If you're watching on YouTube, you get to see the bonus stuff when the YouNow show crashes, but become a fan on YouNow, younow.com/realityrecaps to watch us live. If you're watching on YouTube, they can click on the buttons below John over there and thumbs up and subscribe on iTunes, 5-star rating, and a nice review. And lastly, become a patron, yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. Get access to our Facebook group and shows only for patrons. There you go, everybody. You guys have a good night.
Bye, everybody.
I'll be on Twitter. I'd be glad you liked the show. Tweet us both and tell us how much you love the show. We really appreciate that. Love you guys. Bye, everybody.